Hey everyone, and welcome to Leader of the Band, People We Admire. For those of you who don't know, about 2 months ago, I sent out an email and asked our national database of 10,000 band directors for a list of directors that they admired. From the responses, which were overwhelming, we quelled the list down to 30 finalists and then turned the award out to you to vote. These are awards nominated by directors, voted on by directors, and after 1,000 final votes, Director Richard Saucedo from Carmel High School, you were chosen as one of the directors that people admire. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Scott. It's a tremendous honor and one that's hard to put into words. There are so many incredible directors and colleagues out there, and to know that they mentioned me as someone that they admire means more to me than I can tell you. And
okay, so let's start with that. Who are the directors you admire?
Well, I'd have to start with my folks back home that work in my own program.
Yeah.
Michael Pote, Chris Crakey, Andy Cook. They, I think, are three of the best teachers in the country.
And they're pretty good pranksters, too.
They are very good pranksters. Don't give them any more ideas.
How long have you guys been together? As a team of four?
We've been together probably at least 20 plus years, and it's amazing that we still actually kind of get along.
So it truly is team teaching.
It really is, and if I'm getting credit for an award like this or receiving an award like this, a lot of it is because of those three, because the work that they've done at Carmel has made me look good, that's for sure.
Okay, so people are obviously admire you, and they would listen to your sage advice. Certainly not mine. I didn't get any votes, but what advice would you give someone who's looking and says, I want my band to sound like Carmel. I want to be like that program?
Well, what I did is I had to just keep looking in the mirror and realize that I couldn't do it by myself, and I needed to get help. And so whenever I had questions about things or didn't know what I was doing, I went to find someone who did. And the nice thing about our activity and this whole band thing is that there are so many people out there that are willing to help.
Absolutely.
All you have to do is ask. And what I've found is the more famous a person is in our world, the more willing they are to help. And that's the neat thing about the band world.
Okay, so assuming they can't make it to a Midwest clinic and they can't go to a session, I know you have some resources out there and that you've been working with the folks at Dynamic Music and David Starnes, and tell us a little bit about those resources, and maybe tell us about another resource that you use that maybe we wouldn't know about, a method book perhaps, or give them some tools that they can get in their hands that they can work with.
Well, I really encourage them to check out the DVDs that we're putting together through Jeff Young's Dynamic Marching Company.
And they're first class, folks. You've got to check them out.
For example, the one I just finished is called The First 20 Minutes, and it's basically for young band directors to learn about how to really use the first 20 minutes, not just to warm your band up, but to improve your band on a daily basis. I think a lot of young directors learn over time, but need to learn probably earlier. I know
quicker.
I did.
Yeah, quicker.
That it's more about what you do in the first 20 minutes than actually even rehearsing the music that's going to improve your group.
Is there a method book of choice for you?
Mine is Essential Musicianship. Through Hal Leonard, and that's easy for me to say because I'm a Hal Leonard composer.
Boy, did I set that T-ball up for him to hit.
But our kids know it as the Orange Book, and we do it every day. It's like the Bible for us. It's long tones. It's one of the true ensemble books that's out there, and it has made us more aware of how we sound every day, and I highly recommend it. It's called Essential Musicianship, and it's by Eddie Green and Company at University of Houston.
Boy, their band was good yesterday.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Wow.
So it's a great book to start with.
Okay, so last question. You've been teaching how many years?
31.
31 years. What kept you going? I mean, there's a lot of directors out there right now who are tired and frustrated and feeling isolated and overwhelmed. What kept you going for 30 years?
My students, the kids that kept working so hard and gave me goosebump moments in rehearsals, even more than concerts. Sure. There were more times I left rehearsals and had to go in my office and close the door because I was so excited and so pumped up from what had just happened with kids in rehearsals. So kids are why we do this, and kids have always been why I do it, and they're why I do it today.
Well, congratulations on the award. Certainly,
thank you so much.
I've known you for almost a decade now.
It's been a long time.
And he got one of my votes, I'm not going to lie, and we're super proud of you, and we're
Thank you so much,
thankful for your service to the profession and wish you all the best.
I appreciate it.
And Chris and Andy and Mike, let's pull one over on him. I think he's due. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.